Hello, hello. How is everyone tonight? That's pretty random for me to pop up on a Tuesday night, isn't it? Surprise. Well, I have a reason. As it says up on my thing, it says another milestone. Well, today, September 26th, 2 years ago today, I did my first live stream. So, pop up for a while, celebrate. I did a little video, just some highlights of the past 2 years. I'll play that in a few minutes. Was I MIA for the last week, but I'll talk about that on Thursday night, unless somebody lets the cat out of the bag. So I'd like to say that for Thursday, but it's all mentioned in my video, so you're probably gonna guess anyways. Let's see who we got in here tonight. So Michelle Leonardo's already in here. Thank you for coming in, Michelle. We have Sean from the Down Under Cruisers. Welcome. And we have Danny D's already here. Welcome in, Danny. So I think I'll start by playing my little video. So just bear with me for, well, it's not little, it's maybe about 5 minutes. So if you bear with me, I'm going to go find my share screen here. I gotta go over there. Click on that. There you go. Share. And here we go. Oops, there we go. That's some highlights from the last 2 years. Hard to believe. When I was going in a bunch of chats and that over 2 years ago, that I never thought how many people I would meet through YouTube. And I've met a lot of them in person. I've met over 50 YouTubers and supporters in person. And also, I've got to go several places that I would never have gone before. So 2 years of experiences with YouTube has been quite the blessing. And we got a few more people joined in the chat here. I'll go back to Danny saying hi to Sean. Sean saying hi to Danny. Wow, did Lana look that cute? As she did. And we got Roxanne joining in. Welcome, Roxanne. We've got Najuma. Welcome, Najuma. I got to meet Najuma in person in Miami and go on the cruise. We got Tim Mobang. I got to meet him in person a year ago at M22. And I also got to see him again last week. But like I said, I'm not going into details. Yes, I was at M23 last week. Well, went camping for a little bit and then M23. But that's all going to be Thursday discussion. Danny saying congratulations. Thank you. Come out of my shell? Yeah, I have. I was a quiet, kind of an introvert person. You never know it. I still am a bit, but talking on here has really got me out of my shell. You're right, Tim. And although I do push a lot of things down. When it comes to drama and stuff, I will keep things in to a point, and then sometimes I snap. And that happened actually before the M23, but it was nothing to do with M23 or YouTubers. But we'll just leave that there. No, I've had a lot of fun the last 2 years, and like the places I've got to go to. Well, I've been to Michigan, but I got to go to M22 and M23. I've gone to several Ontario meetups and got to go different places. I got to go to Miami and go on a cruise. What else have I done? I just trying to think what was in that. It went up on me, Michael. I've never met Mobang in person. Yeah, I've met Mobang in person. I've met Sean in person. Sean and Lana, meeting them on the cruise. That was the first highlight of getting to the hotel when we got to Miami. Got to the hotel and found out where Sean and Lana were and going to meet them first. It was amazing. And that was also the hardest goodbye to say. Of all the goodbyes I've had to say in the last 2 years, that was the hardest goodbye. You know, drama, no matter what, you got to filter it out. Yep. I did a good job, too. Those have met, we've privileged to met you. Thanks. Yeah, that was the hardest goodbye at the end of the cruise, because it's like, okay, when are they going to get here? I'm going to win the lottery and be able to go down there. We'll see. Time will tell. You never know what's going to happen. Oh, that and even more. And I've met people from all over the world, not just the down under cruisers and travel tourists from the UK and people from the United States and Canada. I've got to meet on the cruise, got to meet workers that were from various countries, so Indonesia, Peru, in India. And granted, I got many people in town here from India, or my boss was from India, but just to meet other people and see other perspectives on the world. So it's been a great 2 years. This year, I've tried to organize myself a little better. I don't know what's going to happen for year 3. Maybe we'll go a little nuts. I don't know. And Thursday night, we're supposed to be essential oil. We'll probably touch briefly on essential oil, and then we'll just chat, pictures, videos, whatever, from M23. Because I had a fantastic time. One second. I'm just going to... Okay. Just set that so it doesn't bing like crazy. Yep. I'm looking at the chat here, and the only person in this chat I have not had the pleasure of meeting yet is Danny and Roxanne. So hopefully in the future, we'll get to meet them. Tim says, 4 years into the YouTube, and I've not met everyone here yet. It's a goal. Well, Tim, you've been traveling around quite a bit around the United States, and you've gone to a few more meetups than I've been able to. I kind of wish I had not scrapped my Ford Windstar van. Instead of, I should have put the money into fixing it rather than putting the money forward to buy a vehicle that didn't even last 3 years, because my Ford Windstar would have been fun to build out and travel around in. Goals. Yeah, goals for the future. Hopefully maybe get a big, just something that I can maybe travel around and go to meetups. That's fine. That's fine. Sean, you do what you have to do. I'm just glad you've stopped in and said hello. Oh. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to try to take off my hoodie without flashing everybody, because now I'm getting warm. I was cold earlier. Crazy fall weather. I don't know what it's doing in your neck of the woods, but we've been anywhere from over 70. Now we're down to 63. So was feeling a wee bit chilly, and then I'm getting warm. Sorry, minivan, no power, but it'll last. It was. I didn't really have any issues with my minivan until we drove out to Alberta, and I was outside Jasper National Park, and my alternator died. And that was the only major issue I had with the van. It needed some body work, and it needed a good tune up and stuff on the engine and stuff like that. A few other little things that needed to be changed out, but it would have probably cost me maybe $3,000. Instead, I spent too much money on an Equinox that didn't last more than 3 years. But oh well, lesson learned. It was an expensive lesson, but I wasn't into YouTube back then, and wasn't looking at van lifers. I might have thought more about keeping it and that, because it was a really easy van to remove the back. It was a 7-seater. The back bench came out. The 2 captain's chairs behind in the middle came out. Could have thrown anything in there, but oh well. Lesson learned. Someday, hopefully, or maybe I'll have something that I can tour around with. We started in the U.S. Postal Service. They keep going and going with all the abuses. It ran really well. Like once the alternator was replaced, Weston, that was the most expensive repair I did on it. I think it was like $700 because they didn't have a refurbished one. They had to put a new one in, but they gave me a good deal on labor and stuff, and it ran fine coming home. Never had another issue with it. Oh well. I would like to have a vehicle that I could, whether it be an SUV or a van or something that I could throw the seats down if I have to travel around and maybe get to some other meetups that aren't too far away. But that's the future. Future goals. Yeah, highway robbery. Yeah. Luckily, I had CAA, which is like AAA over in the States. And I didn't have to pay for the towing from the... I was outside of Jasper. He goes, I could take you back into Jasper, but there's not a lot of places there. So he took me on to a little place called Hinton, Alberta. It was kind of partway between Jasper and Edmonton. And I had the 2 choices. There was a garage or there was Canadian Tire. And I asked the guy what he recommended, and he goes, you're probably better off with the garage. Like, okay, take us to the garage then. And the lucky thing was he dumped the van off there in front of the garage, and there was a hotel next door that had availability. So, this was like, I think it's between 9 and 10 that it broke down. And when you got to, by the time I got a tow truck, because it wasn't in town, it was like 12:30. Then we dropped it at the garage and the hotel next door. We crashed there, and I got up like 7 o'clock in the morning or whenever the garage opened, and went over and talked to them, and went back to the hotel. They had a wonderful breakfast layout, and kids got up. We had the vehicle fixed, and we were back on the road by noon. So I do all my vehicle repairs with my hand. Most of that for my books. I did a lot of stuff on the van. I didn't do the oil changes because I didn't want to get in the mess. But I like things when it came to the air filters and all and simple stuff like that. I had no problem changing that kind of stuff out. I wish my oldest had the experience of changing oil by then. Learned that from a friend's dad later on, and that would have been helpful. But hello, Sandy. Welcome in. Good to see you again. Yes, I got to see Sandy on the weekend. That was so much fun chatting with her and Troy. Got to see a lot of people over the weekend and the week before, leading up to it. Also got to travel to a few places around Michigan, but I'll share more of that one. Michelle, the first time she went on live was Michael Lance. You went first. That was my first live stream. That Michelle came up, and Sean S came up on my very first live stream. Michelle was out for dinner with her son having pizza, if I remember rightly. Everybody saying hi to everybody. What else? What else did we do? What else has come up lately? And I still got videos to put out from Ontario 23. I got uploaded 25 shorts from my phone today, but they'll be released over time. Still got a bunch of random videos to release. I've got videos to edit from M23, so I might just do a photo highlights or something for Thursday night. Let's see. What else? Oh, the house tour was fabulous, Sandy. I'll tell you guys a little bit, little sneak peek, because that'll be a video coming up. Dee and I went to the post office in Merrill, Michigan. She wanted to send a couple packages to a couple friends in the States, and it's cheaper for us to send from a Michigan or a U.S. post office to a U.S. address than it is to send from Canada. For example, I've sent 3 small packages, like padded envelopes that were no bigger than this. I sent 3 of them last year to the United States, and it cost me $40 for the 3 of them. We sent 2 huge boxes, and it wasn't much more than that. Anyways, we walked out of the post office. I turned and looked to my side when we come out, and there was this big, beautiful Victorian home right next to the post office. And we're looking at it and going, wow. And I didn't even take a picture then. But we get going. I think we talked about it to Sandy or somebody back at the camp. And Saturday night during the potluck, we get introduced to this couple. They're seasonal campers at Lake of Dreams. Turns out this couple are the owners of the Victorian house. So when we left camp on Sunday, we stopped by and had a tour of the house. And it is absolutely gorgeous. They're still renovating stuff, but it's so... And everything, they found so many things that are kind of period decor and that. So I only took those pictures. I didn't take any video, but I'll do a collage of the pictures at some point and release it. But that house that was at the end of my video that I just played, that was the house. And too much video at end point. I didn't get a lot of pictures. I got a lot of pictures when we went to Frankenmuth. Got a bunch of pictures there. I got a bunch of pictures. We went to Bay City, and we're just walking a river walk. I got a bunch of pictures there. I didn't take as many as I did before at the meetup. Like last year I was trying to get pictures of me with this person and pictures of me with this person. This year I took random pictures. I did a bunch of little short videos, like a minute or less. Oh, look at this person who this. I got you, Mobang, rolling your egg rolls. Like things like that. just little short little things. Mobang and Ricky trying mustard on watermelon, like little clips like that. But I didn't do a whole lot. I got a bunch of pictures. They'll probably do like a collage of pictures rather than doing a whole long video, because I know people don't want to sit and watch, like, 10, 15, 20, 30-minute videos of stuff. So everything's just very short things, and it's amazing some of the stuff we've seen at the Christmas place in Frankenmuth. But you'll have to wait and see. Oops. I told my daughter about it, and she wanted to see it. And there was so many other things. The lady that owns this house, that we made, B and I made a good connection with her, and so a lot of interesting discussions. But that's just between the three of us. But it was very, very enlightening. I'll put it that way. I left that house with a very different feeling than I had during the week, and it was a great trip home. Granted, the other two slept in the back, but I did a lot of sightseeing on the way home and looking at stuff, and beautiful fall leaves. I couldn't believe how much the trees changed just in the week we were at Lake of Dreams. Because I looked across where the one field was, and the trees were mostly green with a little bit of color changing. And by Saturday, I looked across, and there were so many different colors. It was, fall is in the air. She's a great person to be around. Yes, she is. Hello, Moonlight Adventures. Welcome in. I got mail from you. Thank you very much. It'll be in a mail call video, because I got 2 envelopes when I got home. So I did a mail call video, which I'll probably release this week. One was from Moonlight Adventures. The other one was from another YouTuber. And I've got so many stickers to show people. And I will be getting my own stickers in the near future, so that I can, anybody that wants a sticker, I will send you one. And anybody that's given me a sticker, I will definitely send you one as well. But we'll organize that in the future. It's gonna be like my logo here. But things are just starting to fall in line, and I'll be able to do that within, hopefully by Christmas, or maybe by around Christmas I'll get Christmas cards, and people will get a little something in their Christmas card. Yeah, Danny saying hi to everybody, and everybody saying hi to Danny. Who else did I? Oh, I met so many people. I didn't want to talk about a lot about the M23. I want to talk about more on that on Thursday. Been chatting with Amy, Endless Haze Adventures. She's on her cruise. She had a little delay to start, overcast weather and that, but she got to Canada today. Her first stop in Canada today, and that was pretty cool. She sent me a picture that has the Canadian flag in the background, and that was pretty cool. I think she has another port in Canada, and then they head back home. Your next work's tomorrow. So that's just across the Bay of Fundy. I was chatting with V, but I spent a lot of time with me. And what else? Who else? What else? Without going too much on, but I don't have anything to talk about Thursday. It was interesting too. I left my house. Well, my kitchen CSI videos. Oh, I usually clean up and I come back and I would like to see what um, condition things. So it was interesting. I made sure the kitchen was clean when I left and stuff, and to come home and see, okay, left them adulting here for a whole week. Most of the dishes were done. um, my son's girlfriend loves Halloween, so she's been out. She went out to Michael's and got some stuff, and she brought up the Halloween bins. I said I don't care, go nuts, because I know she loves Halloween, and I don't feel like decorating for Halloween, so she started decorating for fall and Halloween. So that was started when I got home. I couldn't get in the back door. I had to come around the front, and all these pumpkins, and I think they're like black or deep red and purple roses with black leaves on them, all waved down. It looks cool. When she gets all done, maybe I'll do some video or pictures of the Halloween decorations. I don't know if it's rough now. I know she had a little bit of rough sea at the beginning. They were a little delayed, but there was a tropical cyclone or tropical storm or something that was kind of up there ahead of them. So I think they were kind of let that move away. But she's good. Trying to think what else. Trying to think of my plans for the next year. I know I'll be traveling again. I'll be going on another cruise because I'm going on Amy's cruise in next October. So that's something to look forward to next year. And M24. The dates are already set. So anybody wants to plan on M24, I already put the date in my calendar. Here we go. It is September the 19th to the 22nd, 2024. So you're thinking about M24? September 19th to the 22nd. And I believe Kevin posted that reservations will open on January 2nd, and you have to call in to make your reservation. Look at that. Hello, Amy. Sitting at the bar waiting for the other Family Feud show to start. She mentioned if there's a Family Feud show on our cruise that we have to audition. That should be interesting. That would be fun, though. That would be enjoyable. So a few of us know each other pretty good. Yep. All I have to do is talk about it. You talk about the people and then they appear. I talked about Viva. She hasn't appeared yet. But she had that stuff on, so. Having a blast, very relaxing, and taking several naps and just relaxed. She did win trivia today, though. Yes, she did. Let's see if I can find it. Find it. And she did. She got a ship on a stick from the Carnival of Venezia. So that was awesome. I've seen a few other things she's seen and done, but I'm not sharing that. It's up to her to share. I hope it. It's like Beetlejuice. Yeah, no. Hello, Paul Wines. Welcome in. Cooking and listening. That's good. What you cooking? I haven't figured out what I want to cook yet. I had toast and grape jelly a little while ago. I haven't figured out what I want to make for dinner. I think it's going to be poached eggs on toast. Because I did get some gluten-free stuff while I was over there. I would have liked to got more, but we ate a lot of it. Hello, Sharon. How was my week? My week was very good. It was very, I would say very relaxing too. We went out and did stuff, and we went shopping quite a few times. Did I buy anything? I did. I bought a couple things when we went to Frankenmuth. Mostly I bought just things I needed. I don't think I bought much in the way of souvenirs. I won something, but I'll share that on Thursday. It has been a little different for me, but in a good way. Very much what I needed. That's good. Oh, cabbage soup and cornbread. I should make some cabbage soup soon because I got some cabbage I got at the mobile market that I chopped up and threw in the freezer to make soup. I'll have to look up a recipe and get Yep. Jumping off to prepare for peer-to-peer. You'll have a great evening. I'm just going to go to 8 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock, if you want to jump over to Moonlight Adventures peer-to-peer, you're all welcome to do that. Amy's Sharon's asking Amy how she's doing. No, sometimes we just need some time to relax. Even though we went out shopping a few times, and the one day we went over to Frankenmuth and then over to Bay City, and we came back. I'm going to have one video that's just the pictures of the sunset when we were coming back. If anybody that has my Facebook, my cover photo is one of the pictures of sunset. I have so many sunset pictures. It was gorgeous, and that was a great day. And there's a few times we went out to like Walmart. We need to pick up something here, pick up something there. We forgot something else, or needed another ingredient for the potluck or whatever. And then end up we had so much food. But and other times we're just sitting around chatting with people, sitting around doing nothing. We met some new new to us YouTubers, and getting to know them and just sitting around chatting, and it was so much fun, just not having to go anywhere, do anything. It's like, oh gee, we should make. By the time we got up, it was like we were having brunch. Because by the time we got up and started cooking, it was almost noon, and then we got hungry about 3 or 4 o'clock, and you have a little sandwich or something, and then we weren't cooking dinner till 8 o'clock at night. How many trips to the store? Too many. I do like the fact that your Dollar Generals have a frozen food department, because was it Saturday? Me and I just popped down the road in Merrill to the Dollar General. I got ice cream. We decided to want something. wanted some ice cream. And I know we could have gone after the camp store. They had a small ice creams at the camp store, but we got a couple bigger things. I think I ate most of the chocolate, and we ended up giving the rest of the chocolate and most of the thing of vanilla to one of our neighbors. A couple camps down was a really nice gentleman and his kids, and they were there till Thursday. So the stuff that we couldn't bring back to Canada, we just gave him all of it. It was a very nice gentleman he arrived there beginning of the week and was like, "You realize you're going to be surrounded by YouTubers." You get warned. With me sleeping in the last 2 days and missed breakfast on the cruise, so my pre-lunch today was a beaver tail. Yeah, he said you had the classic one, which is the one I've had, only one I've had. Also had 2 hours, but what my body's used to. That's true. You're up there at Atlantic time. They used to Central. That would throw you off. The cruise I've got, but it's been on like the same hour, so it wasn't an adjustment. Just now, the other thing that got me going camping, had the opportunity to sleep in. I was awake between 6 and 8 most mornings. Sometimes I dozed off again. Most of the times I just laid there. And we had decent Wi-Fi, so I was on my phone looking at stuff, or sometimes later. Excuse me, the day I was chatting with a couple of my YouTube friends. Usually Amy and Busby. First night, we moved our clocks forward 1 hour, so it's 8:44 right now. That's right. It's ahead. You're ahead rather than... Warned him, but he was great. He joined in, had a blast, and I think the kids did too. The kids did. By the time we left, they were giving hugs and everything, and he was giving us hugs. He joined us for the potluck. Thought that was fabulous. One daughter loved the made fried rice because we had rice and some veggies and stuff and some chicken left over. So I made a fried rice and she loved that. So, and we had a container left over. So I was like, okay, I can't take this back. We got leftover fried rice you can have. And they were so excited about that. But we made so much food. We made a vegetarian chili. She made a Jell-O dessert. I had made the black bean brownies because I was going to make those earlier in the week and never got around to it. I made butter tarts. A little disappointed on the way they turned out, but next year I will go back to what I did before. I will make them ahead of time. The oven in an RV is not conducive to making butter tarts. And I made fried rice because I had made chicken parm earlier in the week, and a great big huge chicken breast had a great big huge tenderloin. So we saved one of the tenderloin part off of that, and I just chopped those up and brined them, and then made them into fried rice to use up a bunch of the stuff. Yes, I did see the note from 123 page. But there was so much food. There was beans, there was chili, there was... It either were hot dogs, but they were actually sausages, about the same size as a hot dog. Actually, Kenny did a taste test of the Korean ground beef and rice bowl. We did. I did that earlier in the week. I forget what day it was about. So when we got back from Frankenmuth, or was it the next day? We did make a menu plan up. We tried to stick to it, but got a little off. But I made Korean ground beef and rice bowls, and these aunt ate the leftover taco stuff we had from the day before, and that she decided she wasn't hungry, so I had extra rice and that left over, and ground beef and rice left over, so I thought, then take it to Kenny and let him do a taste test. And he did. Our clocks are moving forward this weekend. I hate daylight savings. So do I. I don't. Ours is closer to November though. I think when it changes, then we end up with being way off time with you guys. Training questions during trivia. What is the country you dial 61 for? I missed it though. Oh, day shaz and get. I don't know when our daylight savings time begins. I don't know if my computer. I don't know if my calendar will say that or not. October. Nope, it doesn't tell me. I'll have to look on, might be on the other calendar, or just have to Google it. What? It was a lot of fun. There was a raffle, and there was some interesting prizes for that. I took some things to donate, and some people got some interesting things. I got ideas to what to take next year. They said it was sometimes they clean out your camper, your whatever. And it's like, I got something in my basement that would be good, that's out of use just maybe once or twice, that would be good for camping. So I'm going to take that next year. And a few of the same thing I took this year. You never know, I might come up with some other things that I don't use, that are gently used or barely used, that I can donate and somebody else can have. But that was fun. 61 is their country code. She had a Canada question too on her one trivia. I'm trying to think what else we're gonna share without saving stuff for Thursday night. That's for Thursday night. That's for Thursday night. Yeah, I can't do that till next week. I'll try to get all my stickers in the book for next week if I can get out to Michael's and get pages for it. I know some people do like a board for all the stickers they collect. I've got a photo album that I've made into my sticker collection things. I did get a new magnet though, right there, from Cruising with the Colemans. I was gonna buy a magnet when we were in Frankenmuth, but it was cheaper to get a sticker, so I got a sticker instead. I suppose I could turn it into a magnet if I wanted to. I put it on a magnetic back, but we'll see. What country? What country does Mike Clinton become? Not the question. No, her question about Canada was, where is the stock exchange in Canada? Which is Toronto, the Toronto Stock Exchange. At least that's what I would say the answer was. I don't know what her answer was on their trivia. Let's see here. See if I can find. Trying to look up a link here. My computer doesn't want to be super slow. Since I did a pop-up here on Tuesday. Let's see if I can find the link I want. Oops. Back up. Back up. Shh. Copy. I'll just pin the link there for Moonlight Adventures peer-to-peer. So we'll wrap up here in a couple minutes. You guys can head over there, show your support. I know I didn't put a lot of words in that video. And for those that didn't see it before, I'll bring it up again. So anybody that didn't catch it earlier, that's there. And that was the house at the end there. You caught it. And I'll have more information on that. If you guys want to go jump over to peer, sorry, you got a little bit of that in the background. Thought I had muted it. Go ahead over there, and I will see you guys on Thursday night.